I want you to share what you did, how you recruited women who didn't necessarily have the technical skills that you might have looked for in a typical job candidate, and turned them into engineers that actually then went on to progress at the company.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we did is look for women who were working in roles that were just adjacent to software development. So for example, someone who was in a technical marketing role. And then we used all of this training that we had built to teach them how to build software at Redfin. And what we found along the way is that it's just much easier to teach someone how to code than it is to teach them how to be a decent human being, someone who can work collaboratively on a team. And these women are doing really well now, and it's been this huge competitive advantage for Redfin because we're able to recruit engineers from pipelines that other people can't.
So instead of complaining about the pipeline, you created your own pipeline. But how did you know that it was really working and that these women could then go on to be promoted and successful at the company?
Yeah, so one thing that we did is we measure everything. So we're a very data-driven company, and so we looked at everything about our numbers. We look at our numbers on gender diversity every time we go through a promotion cycle. We've published data on our pay gap publicly, and by looking at these numbers, we can really see the progress. We can see if people are getting stuck. We can see if we need to make adjustments to what we're doing.
Now, in addition, you found that this paid off from a business perspective, and you were working on your home touring product. It, had taken years to get it right. It still wasn't quite right, but somehow when you added women to the team and built a more diverse team, you ended up making an extra $30 million. How did that happen?
That's right. So we'd been working for years on how to automate this process of scheduling a home tour with a Redfin agent. We'd built all this software, and we kept tweaking it and trying to make it work, but we were just finding that our real estate agents weren't adopting the software. They weren't using it. And then we assigned a new team, and it was a team that had more gender diversity. And that team, almost from day one, just took a completely different approach. They said, we're not going to build any more software. Instead, we're going to step back, and we're going to really listen to the real estate agents. We're going to spend time with them. We're going to shadow them and see how they're using the software. And this gave them a whole new set of ideas that they never would have gotten if they hadn't taken that empathetic approach. And so what we've seen at Redfin is when we build a team with people from different backgrounds, they have to listen to each other. They have to stretch more, and that means that we end up building better products for our agents and our customers.
So what do you think that other companies can learn from this?
Yeah, so I think that it really takes a lot of small changes to make your company more diverse and more inclusive. We've almost thought of ourselves as these diversity mechanics who are crawling over everything that we do, how we interview people, how we develop careers, even how we run meetings. And so you have to really settle in and be prepared to make a lot of small changes along the way if you want to build a more inclusive company.
Now, I want to talk to you about other tech initiatives happening at Redfin. You've got your instant offer iBuyer service. You've got these algorithms that everybody wants to know exactly how they work. How exactly do you decide how much a home is worth? What data are you using?
Yeah, so we have an incredible data set at Redfin. So we have all this information about how people are visiting our website, how they're looking at homes. But because we're a real estate brokerage, we also have real estate agents who are walking through homes with our customers. They're making offers. We know which homes are being toured and which aren't. So it gives us this very rich data set to see how people are reacting to the homes that are on the market. And what that means is that we've been able to build the most accurate online home value estimate in the industry.
Now, we are in more uncertain times now, politically, potentially economically. There has been a bit of a housing downturn. Do you know how well your algorithms perform in a downturn?
Yeah, so we've measured that too. Like I said, we're a very data-driven company, and so we're always looking at those numbers. And of course, there is more uncertainty when the macroeconomic environment changes. Pricing algorithms can take a little time to adapt to that, but we've been very pleased with how that algorithm is performing. And I think, again, that real-time data we get from agents and customers who are walking through homes, that is able to feed into the algorithm and tell us what we think homes will sell for.